Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot, and welcome to the Lion's Gate 8-8 portal. Oh my goodness, I tell you what, this energy had my ears ringing, it had my goosebumps just chiming all over my body in such a great way. This Lion's Gate portal, welcome to the new version of yourself, new beginnings, new heights, lifting your consciousness, unlocking, upgrading with divine, ancient, highly advanced wisdom in such a prolific way. It is gorgeous, loving energy, self-loving energy. Before we get started though, I just want to say thank you guys, because truly this reading, my meditation, I am all warm and fuzzy inside in such a great way. And it's because of you guys, truly. The way that you support this channel, all of your comments, your likes, views, subscribes, hearing from you, especially with getting to hear your success stories. You guys make me melt, and truly you fill my bucket up in such a big way that truly makes me so grounded in knowing that this is why I love doing these readings. This is why I started this channel, and it's because of each and every one of you guys. I love you back. So, welcome to the Lion's Gate portal. This is our 8-8 portal. It's a powerful time of alignment, of manifestations and growth. It amplifies our intentions in receiving the cosmic gifts from the universe linked to wealth, new opportunities, thank you, abundance, prosperity, both material and exceptionally spiritual. This is gorgeous energy. I just can't even tell you. It is so prolific in such a great way, and it's filled with so much love from the universe, so much self-love, love in your relationships, in your manifestations and what you're calling in. But it's where truly new doors open that shower us with blessings as we shine in our self-expression, with unlimited potential. And truly, this is where it's like for Virgos especially, we've got the Grand Trine. Spoiler alert, stay tuned. I'm going to do a separate read to dive deeper into that aspect of it. But I wanted to separate these out, even though they happen on the same day of alignment, because this Lion's Gate portal is truly where your eye for potential pays off. This is where shining in your self-expression with unlimited potential, connecting with your true Christ consciousness, and divine spark, divine light is so prolific. It is powerful energy. And right away with the cosmic oracles, this is where it's like life can be hard, life can be wonderful. Which one do you focus on? And if you're like me, what I found going through this meditation, especially as I was going through the astrology on this as well, I'm not going to serenade you, I promise. It's a little early for that in the reading. But if you find yourself on this day, on 8-8, August 8th, coming to a point where you're looking back, and you're looking back at all the transformation you've done, all the growth that you've done, how much you've had to conquer, how many mountains you've had to climb, how many wounds you've turned into wisdom and healed because you did the work, you did the transformation, you answered the call in lifting your consciousness, in activating yourself, bringing yourself into this new era with a new version of you. If you find yourself saying, or something around the lines like I did of, I'm not who I'm used to be. I'm truly free because I'm who I'm made and meant to be. Put a heart in the comments below. Share your thoughts, because this is where Spirit really wants to remind you as well. On this day, remember, it's okay to be happy. Really, it is. And this is where when I found myself thinking, because there was a few moments when I was doing this where I was called to, it brought up the hidden aspects, the last bits of what I've possibly been suppressing, still need to work and look forward to releasing with this Aquarian full moon. Stay tuned, that's on the 9th. I'll do a separate read for that too. But it's all to make room. And the biggest thing that I found as I was thinking back on how far I'd come is that it didn't hurt anymore. It was one of these things where it's like, wow, you know what? I really, truly am healed. Yes, it happened, but I forgave. I gave that up to Christ. I gave that up to God a lot a long time ago, and it no longer affects me. It no longer affects my decisions, how I feel, how I walk and carry myself in this earth, and it feels so good to be free. And like I say, if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below, because this is where on 8/8, you are embodying the Empress energy. This is birth, material influence, material wealth, fertility, luxury, claiming what's yours in your value, standing in your strength and integrity, but being one, not only with the divine, but with nature, with everything that's connected in holistic wholeness, and standing, dancing in the creative flow. This is such great energy. And like I say, we've got this Grand Trine that's got a huge focus on our 2nd, 6th, and 10th house. We'll get into it, I promise. But with this Lionsgate portal, it's a powerful time where the sun, which reminds you, just keep in mind, the sun right now is in Leo, in our 12th house of spirituality, transformation. Also, it's in line with Sirius. This is our star of spiritual energy. This is our spiritual sun. It's also in line with Orion's belt, and it's all aligned with the earth to lift us up in such an intensity, a spiritual intensity of abundance. This is where also too, Sirius, I just want to let you know, is also considered in a lot of ways the gateway to heaven. This is where we're grounding ourselves in our reality, in our day, our everyday lives, and making it, feeling it truly heaven, making our reality, our dreams, our reality, and making our heaven on earth. This is the day to manifest. Set your intentions, and spoiler alert as well, I'm putting together another meditation video for specifically this Lionsgate portal. It's got affirmations in it, and I specifically tuned it to 963 hertz, which is the frequency of the gods. Oneness, to help connect with the spiritual state of oneness, and also to utilize this energy, ground yourself in this energy to help you with calling in your manifestations and solidifying your intentions. So keep an eye out for that. That'll come out after this video as well. Before I do the Grand Trine, no pressure. I know I've got a lot I want to do and share with you guys this week. I'm just so excited, and I have goosebumps and I can't help it. But either way, remember, this Grand Trine, like I said before, Mars just entered Libra. Check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. But Mars just entered Libra in our 2nd house. That's our house of income, wealth, salary, self-worth, self-confidence when it comes to our value and our integrity. It's trining right now with Uranus in our 10th house in Gemini. That's career, fame, honors, achievements, being seen, showing up in the world. What we do with our career, way more than just a job. It's our true soul's calling. It's our timeless soul and the truth of it. This is our new beginning in all of that. And it's also trining with Pluto in Aquarius in our 6th house, which our 6th house is our home, right? That's our house of work, lifestyle. Virgos are most comfortable in that time or in that house. And too, Pluto in Aquarius, this is all about outside the box thinking, innovation, redefining success, redefining our inner warrior, our inner spiritual warrior in a lot of ways. This is like high frequency energy in such like a prolific way. I stumble with trying to articulate it, and how much it makes me melt, how warm and fuzzy it makes me at the same time that it gives me goosebumps. This is all enhancing a spiritual awakening. And I know Mercury and Leo also too, you're like, wait a minute, another one? No. This one is a good one. It's like where you're looking back and you're seeing just how far you've come, just how much you've healed, and it feels so good. It also is enhancing your manifestations where you're truly empowered with your strength, your self-confidence, up on stage, showing the world who you are, living loud and proud with exactly who you are without trying to dim your light to make others feel comfortable, because you've done the inner transformation. This is gorgeous energy, like I say, and that's why I chose 963 hertz for this, because this is the highest frequency that needs to be recognized for this time. Keep in mind too, like I say, Mercury is in retrograde, also in our 12th house right next to the sun here. downloads like crazy. And I know you're probably saying, wait a minute, I just went through all that, right? This is a good one. It's kind of like a final check of like, okay, is there anything else that you need to release for this full moon that's coming in Aquarius on August 9th? And like I say, if you're like me and you find that once you have these thoughts revisit, they don't hurt. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm no longer the person who I used to be. More importantly, I'm free because I'm who I'm made to be. I'm who I'm truly meant to be. That's what this energy is all about with this with these downloads. It's a very loving energy. It's gentle energy, and it's prolific when it comes to manifestation. It's prolific when it comes to your intentions of where you want to go, but it's no longer looking at the past. And remember, what truly also came to mind as well, I think for all moms out there, oh my God, why am I dropping his name right now? He got me through COVID. He was on The Daily Show. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. He's no longer on The Daily Show. But anyway, kept my sanity during COVID, just saying. But either way, it'll come to me, I swear. When he wrote a book on his upbringing, because he's grassroots, as I would like to put it, his mom, basically, there was a story that he told of his mom, not to digress, but basically there was a bunch of candy, and so here he had all this candy already in his hand, and he's like trying to like stuff as much as he could, and he had like this huge, like 2 handfuls of candy, and she's like, no, that's what it is, Trevor Noah, haha, I knew it'd come to me. But either way, sorry, I'm a nerd, but either way, his mom went to him and she's like, Trevor, I actually think it was more like Trevor, but either way, she was like, no, you've got to share that. You've got to give just as much as you receive, and it's to make room for more. That's where if there's anything left that you need to release, this is the time to truly understand that you're releasing it so that you can, what no longer serves you, so that you can truly make room for what is deserving for you, what is truly the best in your life for you, in your highest version of yourself. And like I say, this is the time, this is the day where your eye for potential truly pays off. With the King of Wands as well, this is about utilizing your leadership to manifest your goals. Need I say more? This is also about being open-minded, knowing how resilient you are, and truly understanding how resilient you have become because of the journey that you've done, that you've traveled, that you've gone on, and how much you can utilize that to help lift others up with that leadership, with your authority, and more importantly, with how you step into something new. With the Fool, this is the start of something new that's waiting for you. This is wonder, optimism, adventure, innocence, heart light as a feather energy. And it's allowing yourself to truly connect with that crown chakra, to allow yourself to truly move forward without the past holding you back. Like I say, this is total DNA activation. It's lifting your conscious into new heights, the best version, the next version of yourself. And this isn't just like your eye for potential pays off. It's claiming your divine potential. And if that resonates, like I say, by all means, put a heart in the comments below, share your thoughts, like, share, subscribe. We're all in this together. So the more that you guys put this message out there, the more Virgos we can help lift during this time as well. It's all because of you guys. Like I say, I'm just the messenger. You guys are the ones that truly make the difference. So with this, just to give you a little bit of fun history as well. So in Egyptian times, Sirius was connected to the goddess of Isis, or goddess Isis, and the flooding of the Nile, which brought new life to the region, with luck, with courage. This is our gateway to heaven. This is our higher vibrational home in such a nurturing way. Oh my gosh. And check this out. That's just spoiled for choice, and the world is your oyster. Look at that. And then too, with Orion was connected to the god Osiris. He's the god of death and rebirth. More importantly, resurrection. This is your rebirth. He was also considered to be the father of the gods. This is where, like I say, you are spoiled for choice at this point. You're going away from the norms. You're also too seeing people and who they are for exactly what they are. You know, if there was people that, or if there was betrayal, deception, ulterior motives in the past, fibs, like I say, whatever comes to the surface that you need to release, you may find with that solar plexus being healed and open, especially with this Lionsgate portal, because that's where it's truly stemming into. That energy of being confident in who and what you are, that you're strong and capable, that you're enough, and you always have been. You may just find, like me, where you find yourself looking back at all of this, if any kind of past surfaces, you'll be looking at how far you've gone. And more importantly, realizing, understanding that it doesn't hurt anymore. You're spoiled for choice when it comes to the Seven of Swords in a lot of ways. These are personal challenges that you've overcome, but more importantly, there was so much hidden wisdom. It led you on your path to your spirituality. They were tests in a lot of ways. But also, too, now you see things for exactly as they are, and you're not afraid of the dark. You are shining your light so bright, no matter how dark it is. And with that Aquarian energy, that, like I say, this is spiritual warrior energy, spiritual leader, and so much goodness. And like I say, the wheel is your oyster. This is a kiss and blessing from Jupiter. And mind you, Jupiter and Venus are both in Cancer in our 11th house. They are bunked up together when it comes to the heart's desire, and also to wishes, hopes, dreams, luck, abundance, blessings. This is where it's your turning point. There is something new that is waiting for you. Walk through the Lionsgate portal to your new beginning, because this portal is so powerful when it comes to giving birth to your new beginnings, to your manifestations, to your passions, doing it with confidence, standing in your honor and your integrity. And it's all under the wings and power of Soul's Temple. Claim that divine potential that's within you. This is the day, because your eye, like I say, I cannot say it enough, your eye for potential truly pays off, particularly as it involves your 2nd, your 6th, and your 10th house. The wheel's turning in your favor in such a great way. This is like welcome to the cycle of good fortune. Destiny always changes, and it's a turn for the better for Virgos. This is also, too, about all of that fire energy. Fire energy in our house of spirituality, in our 12th house, and also, too, our divine light. This is such a great energy in the way where it's a 10. It's pinnacles of tribulations, beginnings, endings, third eye openings in such a prolific way. And like I say, I just can't say it enough, but with the Sun and Mercury both being in our 12th house for Virgos, this is like intuition with such loving energy. This is with your heart as light as a feather when it comes to your manifestations. And the Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords right after. I mean, gosh. Following your intuition without any question. Being a nurturing leader. Knowing that you're well loved. That you're kind. That you're warm. No matter what tried to dim your light with deception, your heart remains pure. Your thoughts remain pure. You're elevated. You're the dreamer. You're the artist. You're walking forward into this new beginning with charisma as well. And when it comes to your manifestations, your intuition, your emotions, your feelings are leading the way, but you're grounded in them in such a balanced way. This is the heart and the mind too, with Cancer and Gemini here as well. And it's also double water. That's creative flow in such a, I'm getting goosebumps again. And with the Queen of Swords, this is also too about holding the wisdom in your leadership as well, right? With taking your action with confidence in your ideas, in your inspirations. Also too, looking at the troubles and knowing how to problem solve through them with your resilience, but also too voicing, standing up in your strength, no longer backing down just for the sake of avoiding conflict or pleasing others, or avoiding having any type of friction in that way. Your soul grows because of friction, right? This is where you're standing in your wisdom, where you're utilizing your perception, your intelligence, your confidence and your indomitable spirit and strong character. And people are seeing you. You've got that 10th house with Uranus. This is a breakthrough today on 8/8 with the alignment of the Grand Trine or Grand Air Trine and the Lionsgate portal. The Lionsgate portal is the spirituality piece, the divine connection piece. So we'll get into more of the practical side with the Grand Trine video as well. So keep an eye out for that. But this is where it's like, it's truly the prolific piece. It's the piece where you know, thank you, exactly where you're going and why you're going that way. You're no longer question. Oh my gosh. And on the bottom of the deck, the 9 of Cups, I've got goosebumps again. I can't help it. This is the spirituality piece, though, that is truly cleansing, that truly knows, lifts you in such a way of your Christ consciousness, your divine light, that leads to that indomitable spirit, that no longer are you looking at failure. It's no longer chasing the bag. It's looking at how you're investing your time and your energy, but it's not as a transaction. It's out of the wisdom in your integrity, your value, and knowing exactly how much you're worth. You are no longer settling for less. You're no longer even too tempted, especially with that seven of swords here too, to sell yourself or your worth for less than half of the price, I guess is how I would put it. And if that resonates, like I say, by all means, put a heart in the comments below, because this is such strength. This is where your strength comes from, is that spirituality. And with the 12th house being ignited at this time as well, with Mercury and the Sun, remember, just as a reminder, this is where it's like you are connected to the universe. You are getting direct downloads from Soul's Temple and Mercury. Your stage is here with Leo season. Spirituality, hidden strengths, talents, creative flow, psychic powers, your freedom, divine connection, and intuition all together, and to unveiling, uncovering, seeing for exactly what they are, any type of hidden enemies within and without in your world around you, and truly understanding that this energy, what you think about, you bring about. And so by standing in that high vibrational energy, that higher vibrational home, you're repelling, you're not even allowing energetically, there is no allowance for negative energies to try and deceive you. And if that makes sense, if that resonates, by all means, like, share, subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments below, because with Sirius, this is time to get serious. All kidding aside, but either way, this is where with Sirius, this is aligning. This energy carries highly advanced wisdom and highly advanced life force. It invites us to amplify our intentions for prosperity in all of its forms: wealth, health, relationships. And remember, Mars is here too in Libra. He's going to be taking good care of us. So don't be, this is like a huge, don't discount health, I guess is how I would put it. Mars takes care of us in that realm, and this is the true wealth of life, right? This is where you're moving on to calmer waters. If there was anything choppier before that you were having to deal with, it's because of those spiritual woundings, right, that allowed for those holes to kind of get poked into your aura. This is where your high vibrations are so incredibly resilient. They're so strong that you're repelling any type of negativity. You're moving on to calmer waters, but it's with balance, harmony, synergy and symmetry, integration, and it's with emotion, it's with reciprocity. You're calling in those high vibrational relationships. Also too, when it comes to health, wealth, this is also too a time to keep an open mind and an open heart, particularly when it comes to receiving new information and standing in the timelessness of your spiritual truth. This is where it's time to dream big. Don't settle for less by any means when it comes to your manifestations. Release what no longer serves you to make room for what is meant for you, and to do it with trust that the universe is on your side. And this truly, the Lionsgate portal, the universe is truly aligned with you and is here to lift you up. This is so gorgeous. And like I say, for Virgos, this is where your eye for potential truly pays off, as this portal, this Grand Trine, brings breakthroughs in how you see yourself and just what you're capable of. Like I say, I mean, he's the only one pushing that boat. Let's just be real about it. You carry that strength within you, especially with this energy of the Lionsgate portal. You're elevating to this strength. And we've got Venus here lifting you up, carrying you as well too. You've got the strength of like an army of hearts right now when it comes to going after your heart's desires. This is divine potential. It's not just unlimited potential, and it's paying off. It's bringing you into balance, but it's opening that solar plexus. And we'll get into a few ways on how to work with this energy as well. So stay tuned as well on that too. But this is truly the time where with the King of Wands, to stand in your spiritual leadership. This is where it's like you are communicating your desires, going out for what you're worth and what you deserve, letting people know what you're willing to accept. And the choice is truly yours. You have that full empowerment with this Lionsgate portal. And like I say, stay tuned for the affirmation meditation. We'll work through it. You can utilize that as well during your meditations for this. But it's truly utilizing and unblocking anything that like dimmed your light when it came to your throat chakra. Now with your throat chakra as well, that's standing in your truth, and also too loving every bit of your journey when it comes to your shadows, right? But with your throat chakra, it really speaks to being aware of the agreements that you make and the consent you give. It's allowing yourself to be heard as well as to hear others, but also too to allow information to flow in as easily as it flows out. That's your divine guidance, especially when it comes to making your wishes, your dreams, your reality, your three-dimensional reality. This is material success, particularly with the Lionsgate portal. Like I say, this is linked in so many ways, in all these ways of cosmic gifts coming in from the universe, of wealth, new opportunities, abundance, prosperity, both material, but also spiritual, especially with Sirius here. This is our spiritual sun. We've got the sun aligned. We've got Orion's belt of rebirth, resurrection involved here as well. We've got fertility with that Nile energy. Need I say more? I've got goosebumps, and if you do too, put a heart in the comments below. Just saying. But this is also where you are stepping into a place of abundance. This is happiness in all forms. This is enjoyment. This is complacency. This is also completions, the achievement of your goals and not accepting anything less, and the end of a cycle for what no longer serves you. Remember that full moon is coming in on the 9th, on tomorrow. I'm going to release this on the 7th, so in 2 days. Either way, this is where it's to make room for all that you're deserving and know that you deserve nothing less than the best. This is with that Piscean energy, dreaming as big as the universe, knowing that you are exalted right alongside Jupiter in your 11th house, your long-term goals, aspirations, and working with this energy as well. Like I say, I can't stress it enough. Meditation, affirmations, write down your intentions, your affirmations, put them on your mirror, look at them, review them, and then also too, after the Lionsgate portal, put them away in a safe place next to the ones that you put or that you wrote on the new moon that we just had. Revisit those as well when we have not one but 2 new moons in the time where Mars is in Libra. Just saying. This is the time to get that ramped up energy into it. Also too, with the downloads, journaling. Create your vision board. It'll help with aligning not only to the positive energy, releasing any negative vibrations like doubt, fear, limited beliefs. But when you do that, when you set your intentions, clarify your goals, visualize them, and visualize the desired outcomes, write them down, create that vision board, and solidify them into the 3D. Keep that vision board next to those intentions as well, because this full moon that we're going to be releasing on the 9th correlates to the 3-3 Trinity Gate portal that we'll be having in March 3rd come 2026. New beginnings there as well. And like I say, this Grand Air Trine, okay, let's just get into it. I don't, trying to keep them separate, but I can't. Either way, Mars in Libra. Uranus in Gemini, Pluto in Aquarius in the 6th house, 10th house, 2nd house. All of them are in 0 to 2 degrees of new beginnings. This Lionsgate portal truly is your opportunity to walk and lift your consciousness to new heights as you walk into your new beginnings, the next version of yourself, your new era, your divine potential. It all comes with this energy, and you'll feel it. And if you do, by all means, like I say, let me know in the comments below, because this is truly what the Queen of Swords is about, being confident and taking action. This is knowing that you are highly astute. Did we already cover this one? Either way, I don't think so. Either way, this is where you're looking at things with a perception that nothing gets by you. This is standing in your Virgo and energy with balanced scales, with Mars leading the way in your action that you take, going after your dreams, but also knowing where and when you invest your energy with how you want to be known. When it comes to your self-worth, when it comes to the income that correlates to the career that you walk through, that you're truly called to with your soul's purpose, standing in your confidence and your strong character. This is also about being organized, articulate, highly principled in so many great ways. I'm getting goosebumps again and I can't help it. Now, working with this energy as well, after you solidify your intentions, your manifestations, your visualizations into the 3D, this is also the time to take advantage of meditating outdoors. So, not only with practicing grounding, do it barefoot if you can, or if if you're called to. I can't stress it enough or try and sell it enough, but either way, it helps you with really aligning those chakras from head to toe or from feet to head. I don't know what sounds better, but either way, I'm such a nerd today with this reading. I'm sorry, guys. But either way, meditating under the stars to channel Sirius's energy is going to help you truly with receiving those downloads, because what's going to happen is you're going to be able to focus your third eye on opening pathways to higher realms for spiritual insight. Also, too, your crystals. Oh my gosh. I just have goosebumps again. Utilizing your crystals. So citrine is going to help you with manifesting your abundance. Lemurian or clear quartz will help with amplifying your manifestations. Pyrite, don't ask, also will help you with attracting wealth and prosperity during this time. Charge them under the stars as well as you meditate. Carry them with you as you walk through this Heaven's Gate portal as well, this Lion's Gate portal. Also, too, engage in creative flow. So dance under the stars. Whatever calls to you, painting, dancing, music, whatever you feel. Get into your creative flow. It'll help you with manifesting and aligning, because remember, manifestation is about attracting, magnetizing your energy. This is where you are magnetizing yourself to everything that you desire. And so what came out with the tarot right away as well, the Three of Swords, like I say, this is unveiling any type of disappointments, where you were held back, where you held yourself back, where you dimmed your light in the past for the sake of others, due to wounds, due to limited beliefs, doubt, fear. This is the time to release it and step into that synthesis with your creativity and your creative flow. This is also, too, about your growth, your expression, and truly opening that heart chakra in such a big way. Like I say, this is loving energy, not only self-love, but with the heart chakra, it's about being a vessel for divine love. It's also, too, about knowing that you are safe and you're supportive in every way. And it's truly about being grateful for all that is, all that was, all that's on its way, because that's what made you resilient and indomitably perfect and imperfectly you, or imperfectly perfectly you. This is your judgment. This is an awakening. It's an epiphany. Like I say, I had one even doing the meditation for this video, running the astrology. What I found and what called to me was a song that was, I haven't written a song in months, to be honest. This inspired me in such a big way to write a new song. I'm not going to sing it, I promise. But either way, the first part of the ditty or the chorus is going to be, No, I'm not who I used to be. I'm truly free because now I'm who I'm meant to be. I'm who I was made to be. And if that resonates, like I say, put a heart in the comments below. But this is where you are renewed with that spiritual energy, with that divine light, with that spiritual realization as well. It's through forgiveness as well. You know, what I also felt coming into this was whatever crept up in negative energies of those 3 of Swords, self-doubt, self-sabotage, fear, limited beliefs, where I've been torn down, all the trespasses as well. You know, all the deceits, the betrayals in such painful ways. The biggest thing is it didn't hurt anymore because I gave it up to the divine. I already forgave a long time ago. That karma isn't meant for me to dish. It's my truth that made me stronger. That's for other people to work through, but it no longer holds any power over me. In fact, it made me stronger. That's where this energy is. That's where this Lionsgate portal is. And like I say, stay tuned for the Grand Trine video as well, because that is where we are putting all of this divine light, this divine potential into action in such a great way. It is so prolific and so empowering. You are tearing down anything that does not serve you without regret, without remorse, without looking back, not in a way that's hurtful, but in a way of release, in a way of sudden epiphanies that have led you and lifted you towards your spiritual growth, on your path of spiritual growth. This is also too where you're not afraid of making sudden changes because you're free. It becomes free flowing. What had held you back, what had stumped you, what had seemed like a huge roadblock, you're looking at it now, especially with this Lionsgate portal. This is opening up those new pathways where it's like that hurdle is now light as a feather, I guess is how I would put it. This also has a lot to do with that Mars energy. And remember, Mars in Libra is balancing the scales when it comes to no longer accepting less and claiming your worth, showing up and showing out for the world and exactly who you are, shining in your light and not dimming it, especially when it comes to your salary, your income, your self-worth, your integrity, your vitality, your health, your wealth, in relationships, in finances, in salary, like I say too, when it comes to how you're making your investments, how you make your money, how your strategy works out as well with what actions to take in those ways and where to invest your time, your money, and your energy as well. Now, too, with working with this energy, so as you meditate, as you work with your crystals, as you journal your vision boards, release any type of fear, limited beliefs, doubt, dance under the starlight, right? Play music, paint, get into that creative flow. Bigger things to bring it down to a practical level as well is put it into the 3D. And another way that you can do that is make a plan of action with what you can do each month to reach new levels of success. Review your finances, create a budget, start a savings plan, cut out expenses or excess expenses that you don't need, that you don't utilize really as well, that are kind of like taking more than they're giving you in a lot of ways when it comes to keeping your bucket full, not emptying it or seeing the ebb and flow of a bucket, but keeping it strong and steady with a true foundation when it comes to your finances. And like I say too, with Mars is in Libra. Mars is not only our go-getter planet, he cares about health. Take a look at your physical health, diet, fitness, any areas of your physical health. Make a plan and a goal on how you can improve areas in the year ahead. Mars is going to lift you in those ways to balance that scale out so that when you look in the mirror, you shine just as gorgeous on the outside as you are on the inside. Also, too, with all this Uranus and Gemini energy of breakthroughs, this is the time, too, to pick up a new skill, elevate your higher learning, especially with Sirius. This is highly advanced ancient wisdom and life force. Use that energy to your calling, elevate with education to your higher learning, with where you'd like to grow, that embodies where your long-term goals want to carry you. Utilize that energy to carry you through this next year. And remember, Jupiter is in the 11th house through June. This is taking action with the Ace of Pentacles, but it's your fresh start towards prosperity, success, achievements, contentment, enjoyment, health, wealth, security. Need I say more? But it's auspicious. It's favorable in such a prolific way. And you're meeting the challenges like there's no tomorrow. Now, when it comes to journaling as well, as you meditate, as you journal, ask yourself a couple of questions, especially with your new beginnings and standing in that personal power, that empowerment as well. What empowers you? What do you want to manifest in your life right now? What steps can you take to align your daily actions, especially with Pluto and Aquarius, that are aligned with your soul's purpose? What fears or doubts do you need to release, especially with this full moon in Aquarius as well, to fully embrace your potential? Not only the potential that you see, but your divine potential. And to ask yourself, biggest question, how can you better connect with your higher self during this time? Be open to the magic that's within you, because that truly is your foundation. And as you can see here too, I mean, this is gorgeous. This is fire with Aries. That's also speaking to Saturn and Neptune. Check out those videos if you haven't seen them yet. This is Taurian energy grounding like no other when it comes to your comforts, particularly when it comes to your safety, your security, and uplifting yourself to new heights, new consciousness, new beginnings. When it comes to that Geminian energy with Uranus in your 10th house, be open to the magic within you, because truly your foundation is rooted in knowing that you're building a solid foundation, and that more importantly, you're safe in all parts of your life, and you're secure in who you are and why you're here. By building all of this, by walking through the Lionsgate portal with this energy, by really pragmatic, like grounding, solidifying your dream life into your reality with pragmatic steps, pragmatic strategic planning with Mars in our 2nd house in Libra, this is where you're able to remain in a place that gives you comfort, that gives you security in knowing that you are stable, you're strong, more importantly, you're unshakable. No matter what changes, what volatilities you encounter, what unknowns you encounter in the material world and in the spiritual world, because you are embodying, embracing, carrying that Christ consciousness within you, holding and igniting that divine light. Now, before we go as well, I just want to look at our spirit animal totems here, see if there's any additional messages that or guidance as well that we need. And like I say too, stay tuned. I'm going to try my luck at doing another meditation video. I truly hope it helps, but it's going to be all affirmations that are focused on the Lionsgate portal when it comes to manifestation, calling in your wealth, your abundance, prosperity, new opportunities, your blessings, truly embracing your inner compass and your soul's calling, connecting with your spirituality, with Sirius, with the gateway to heaven, our higher vibrational home. Oh my gosh. Look at this. I got goosebumps again. I can't help it. If that resonates, by all means, if you did too, put a heart in the comments below, because this is standing exactly in who you are, in all your authenticity. Reach out to your tribe in times of need, because remember, with your 11th house, with Venus and Jupiter there, it's not only just about hopes, wishes, dreams, long-term goals. It's also about your community. It's also about collective conscious when it comes to humanitarian efforts. Know that family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love is your uniqueness. You're full of surprises, especially with with Uranus in our 10th house being activated. Now is the time to break free from others' expectations and just be yourself, because you are perfect in every single way that you are. Your journey was meant to be the way that it is. You were meant to sing your song as the humpback whale, because it's a healing song for the world. This is where you're able to transmute that energy and turn that pain into power in such a prolific way. And it really, truly, like I say, this energy with the Lionsgate portal, This is the time to truly embody that energy. Oh, I also forgot too, as you meditate, because it has so much involved with your solar plexus energy, as you do your breathing, you're practicing your pranayama, breathe in golden light. Let it flow through you. And also too, let it embody and resonate with your solar plexus. And as you breathe in that golden light, have it heal you, align your chakras, and breathe out any negative energy through the soles of your feet. That's where grounding also comes into play as well. But by embodying that golden light, your inner navigation will be opened, and it will guide you in such a loving energy under these stars here during the portal. This is also where, with your solar plexus being open, being healed in any which way you need, nothing can stop you or keep you from your goals. That's what it's going to be reinstilling, reinvigorating with you, with your divine potential. This is where your eyes for potential, truly stepping into the next version of yourself, your new heights, truly pays off because you're aligning with your purpose and the power of your soul. And if you ever didn't feel safe, I have goosebumps, I can't help it. With the white stag, know that you are not only an old soul, you're tapping into that ancient wisdom, not only of lifetimes, but from Sirius. That's ancient wisdom. You're protected. Your best friend is nature during this time as well. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. It's going to lead you with opening up a pathway during this Lionsgate portal. Awaken to the powerful force within you because you're meant to create blessings with your magic. Didn't I say that? Oh my God, my ears are ringing. I love this energy so much. Okay, so before we go as well, for anyone that does music improv, cannot stress how powerful it is. Music is the universal language, and love is the language. Love is the language of the universe. Music, the vibration, frequency, is what everyone, everything responds to and understands. Plants, animals, even rocks, everything. Our planets, us, we are all frequency. That's also how you align and call in your abundance when you manifest. Check out that video if you haven't seen it yet, or if you need some reminders. But what we pulled during this is 2 C's and an A sharp. And I will say too, so with the converter that I have, True Story, I wanted to originally do this meditation under 888 frequency, and I figured out that I couldn't with the converter that I have. It's free. Free is my favorite 4-letter F word, as I like to say. But I chose 963 hertz because it's truly, I felt it fit better once I looked more into it. But basically, because it's the frequency of oneness, the spiritual state of oneness, I thought it was better suited. But True Story, 888 frequency is 888 hertz frequency is A sharp, and a little bit higher, like 16 cents higher, I think it was. Anyway, I don't have the tech to be able to do that in a way that's coherent for myself yet. I've got more to learn. But either way, we've got 2 C's and an A sharp. So I just love that A sharp came out because that is true abundance of 888 frequency when it comes to hertz. I have goosebumps again. I can't help it. But as well, with color therapy, this is rooted in our root chakra with red, and then also our crown chakra with that purple. That is truly connecting to the universe of the energy of the universe, dyslexic there, and stepping into the wise part of who you are and acknowledging its existence, allowing yourself to step into the fool's shoes and live a more inspired life. And it is opening up in such a spiritual, prolific way with this Lionsgate portal. So I truly hope that this reading helps. I am sending you guys so much love and light. Take care. Stay tuned for the Grand Air Trine reading as well as the full moon reading. And either way, I hope you have a blessed Lionsgate portal. Take care, and I will see you in the next reading.